want to say we're back.
Please.
I was like, I've said we're deader than everyone. You deserve it.
I want to say we're back. You
Do
deserve this. Hold on, I need it.
We're back.
And deader than ever.
It's Tamara.
And Kelly.
And this is Ghoul Beans. It's Halloween.
Actually, it'll be November this time.
It's spooky season.
Listen, my Halloween lasts up until Christmas, so.
And even then.
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I mean, I do, but, like, I decorate for Halloween for...
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
It's just like the skeletons in pilgrim costumes.
Spooky Thanksgiving. I just put a piece of turkey in front of all my skeletons.
Oh, like an offering. That would be scary.
This is so cute.
Guys, we're in a blanket fort right now.
We're in a blanket fort. It's very warm.
Warm is nice. It's hot actively.
We've restarted.
You're in a lot of clothes.
We've restarted the episode. You want me to strip?
Just saying, it's gonna get moist.
It's already moist. We've restarted this episode like 3 times.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I mean,
great.
You didn't hear any of it.
I don't know. I might have to keep some of it in.
You didn't hear us. You might. Never mind.
You hear us argue about what we have done.
Both of us be wrong and right.
It's better that way.
Literally have only posted 4 episodes. Have already forgotten our intro.
Don't know where I am.
It's because we haven't recorded in a second.
Yeah, I know. We had to recover.
Like most podcasts, we stockpile a little bit.
Yeah.
Not like crazy.
Literally we just happened to get so much stuff at the Congress Hotel, which is the most haunted
hotel in America. No, it's in Illinois.
In Chicago. In Illinois.
Chicago.
It's the most haunted building in Chicago. That's pretty intense.
I know, we were there.
It was intense. Anyway, so we had a lot. So, we're little trickies. Anyway,
I'm like, what?
What are we sipping on today?
Oh, okay. So today, I grabbed for us on the way over here in the blanket fort, are from this coffee shop in a train station called Brew Coffee Lab. I'm having a pistachio donut latte.
10 out of 10.
Literally so fucking good. Kelly wasn't there. I took my first sip of it. Once I exited this train station, and I gasped like I was shot. I was literally like,
I heard that she got the pistachio, and in my brain I was like, that's the most delicious thing I've ever tasted in my life. Didn't even get to try it yet. And then she was like, oh, do you want a sip? And I was like, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Took a sip. My soul left my body. It went to Brew, kissed them each on the cheek, and came back.
Kissed them on the mouth like they deserve. Tipped them $100 each, and they smacked me on the ass and sent me on my way. It was incredible. Tapped her. Slapped her.
It's like me in the coffee shop. I am sipping on a Nutella iced latte. And honestly, it's not as good as pistachio, but it's still like an 8 out of 10. Very delicious. Very Nutella-y.
My partner got the chocolate churro latte. Also incredible and delicious.
So, like, this coffee
This might be my favorite place we went to so far.
Absolutely. And it's in the train station. You can get on train and go traverse the lands.
You did not see it. They have boba. They have, some of you are going to know what this is. It's a lotus. It's like basically if you don't want coffee, you'd get a lotus. It's like caffeinated juice. They have croffles, which are croissant waffles.
Yeah, I didn't go. I'm going to have to go because you picked it up for us, which was incredible. Thank you. I'm going to have to go.
It's not a comfy, cozy spot. It's you walk in, grab your stuff, and then you can go. It's not it's literally a small train station. There's some places to sit, but it's not comfy, cozy.
But now I have a reason to go to Des Plaines.
Yeah, if you ever needed one.
Yeah, I've never. Why am I going to Des Plaines? Exactly.
Okay. Point proven. I was like, I don't even know what's in Des Plaines.
Precisely.
Today's episode is a roasted and ghosted, which if you didn't listen to the last one, go back and listen to the last one, and then come listen to this one. It's what we get to just it's a wild card episode.
Yeah, we get to talk about whatever we want, and this week we're talking about
the makings of a Midwest Halloween.
A Midwest Halloween is very specific and very different from any other Halloween, I assume.
I assume that it's got its, like, specificities.
For sure. Like, I'm not going to go hiking for Halloween, that's for sure. Because I can't. Where am I going to go?
Like in the hills.
Literally. You did hike for trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I did. I literally did.
But before that, why do we care this week?
We care this week because it's really, really fall outside. Like, the drive over here, I was like, I love fall. I always say that, but especially now because in the Midwest, of course, everybody knows that we have seasons.
Yeah.
Fall in Chicago is approximately the month of October if you're lucky, and then winter until early April.
It's like the 2 weeks in the middle of October. You get a good old-fashioned fall.
I feel like it started really early. Summer ended really fast. And so this fall, just kind of like one day it was 60 degrees and the trees were changing.
I know. And I didn't get tricked out like last time. I feel like usually I'm like, oh, it's cold now. And then it's like hot for another month.
I think we're probably going to have one more of those in like November. We'll have our like tricky week.
For sure.
Where suddenly it's like 73.
Where I'm in a cute like sweater and also just drenched with sweat. Love that.
That's
a
Midwest. Yeah, that is really...
Midwest Halloween is not knowing if you're going to freeze to death in your costume while trick-or-treating or sweat to death.
Yeah, or, oh my god, your mom making you wear a sweater under any costume.
It's being Spider-Man, but no one knows because you have to wear your winter jacket.
That is a Midwest Halloween.
Oh my god. Okay. Why do we scare this week? Did anything happen this week that like was spooky?
Oh, my apartment.
Oh my god, tell me.
Ooh, do. My apartment, I swear to God, I live in, well, right now, probably not when you hear this, definitely not when you hear this. True. Right now, I live in a neighborhood called Rogers Park in Chicago. Very, 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 like, natural, right next to the lake, not a single, like, what you would think of Chicago skyscraper. It's really green over there. Well, right now, it's really beautiful because it's fall. Mm-hmm. I swear to God, the entire neighborhood of Rogers Park knows when it's Halloween. Like, the earth knows it's when it's Halloween. Because shit always starts happening. 2 doors opened in my apartment this past week. My cat has, like, its own... her own cabinet thing where, like, you know, we keep all of our supplies and shit. It was a little bit cracked open. Yeah. It swung open so hard that it, like, reverbed.
Shut up. Were you there? Did you see it?
I was literally brushing her next to it. And my back was turned to it, so when I turned, it, like, was still doing that.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then, this happens a lot when I'm home alone, by the way.
Stop.
And then I was in the living room, and I can't see my bedroom door from there. It creaks, right? So I heard us creak, but like as if I'm not so sure about that one because the cat's gotten trapped in there before because the wind blows it. So that one could potentially be debunked. Mm-hmm. But the cat cabinet one cannot because it doesn't swing open. You have to push it.
Ugh, that's so gross.
So that's why I'm scared. Are you scared? Why do you care? Why are you scared?
Also because it's fall. I officially have only a summer wardrobe, and so I don't know what to do about that because I also don't have wardrobe money. So
right.
I have to find sweaters and cute pants on the low. But right now, honestly, I'm willing to spend my life just for a Halloween costume. You know, I get a little too intense for that. So that's why I care, because it's Halloween time. It's my favorite time of year. And why I'm scared, my apartment also is getting a little spooks. But I feel like I should tell you the rest of that at Half of My Sky.
Why?
Because we're in my apartment right now.
Oh, right.
So
that's why we can't record in my apartment.
Right.
No, like, we really can't record in my apartment.
Sure. That's why I was like, let's go record there. So
yeah.
This one is not too spooky, so we can record it here.
Right. Roasted and Ghosted is, like, spooky adjacent.
Yeah. It's spooky because we're here.
Last episode was movie tropes.
Yeah.
We roasted some movie tropes. And we're going to roast some pumpkin patches today.
Randy.
You've never been to Randy's. You cannot speak on it.
I can feel it.
Yeah, honestly, it does emit that energy.
So anyway, yeah, I'm scared because of that. So let's get into the makings of a Midwest Halloween.
But before that, if you want us to roast anything, If you want us to ghost anyone, or if you have a scary story you want us to hear, please make sure you're following us on all social media and writing in to ghoulbeanspodcast@gmail.com. That would be incredible. We would love to read your scary story. We'll shout you out.
We'll shout you out. We'll tell your story so it can be heard by all. If you don't want us to shout you out, just tell us that.
They're your humble ghouls.
And just go like and follow us at wherever you listen to podcasts.
And we're basically on every social media. You will find us. We are the only Ghoul Beans.
For sure. The only ones, baby. People can try, but they'll never be us.
Let's get into the episode.
Okay, so what is our first topic?
Our first topic, which I think is going to be...
the foundation.
The meat and potatoes.
Of a Midwest.
The pumpkin patch.
Absolutely. So...
around these parts, we got some big hitters.
We do have some big hitters. Let's start with the biggest one. Or should we start with Randy's?
I think we should start. Let's start with a middle one. Tom's.
Let's twist it up. Okay, Tom's, it might be the middle, right? It might be standard, but it's also the one that, like, I know the best. Like, Go-Birds, I feel like...
I completely disagree.
No. Look, hear me out.
I'm hearing...
Tom's is the one. That's where you get them apple cider donuts.
Those are actually famous apple cider donuts. You get them hot out of... They, like, have, like, their own farmer's market vibe going on. It's really, like... if you have littles, I feel, or like adults.
They've got the cardboard cutout, the wood cutout.
Well, so does...
They've got, like, the bouncy houses. They also have, like, a petting zoo.
What? Tom's has a petting zoo?
Yeah, or they used to. I haven't been there in a very long time because of the heaviest hitter.
Right.
But Tom does get its due for, if not the apple cider donuts alone. Like, I could talk to everyone and their mother, and they're like, oh, it's apple cider donut season.
And they have, like, home-churned butter. And they have, like, a whole, like, plant and, like, garden section.
Yeah. It is a standard. Like, if you can't make it to
It's a classic.
Head on over to Tom.
Which would bring us to Go-Birds.
I'm so bad at, like, burying the lead.
Yeah.
Just mentioning every single one.
Yes. But with Go-Birds...
Go-Birds is top tier.
Top tier. Also, a Mandela effect for me, because I feel like I remember there being a Gilbert's, and there wasn't.
Yeah! No!
It's never existed.
1,000,000%. I always thought Gilbert's was where I went. I thought it was called Gilbert's, the one with the big old pumpkin on top.
His name is Happy Jack, and he's from Go-Birds.
It was Gilbert's ever since I was a child.
I literally have a memory of being like, well, I fucking hate Go-Birds. I love Gilbert's. It never existed.
That was last year to me.
It's every year. Every year I'm like, where was Gilbert's? It doesn't exist.
Why don't we hit up Gilbert's? I missed that guy.
And I thought it was in Gilbert's, Illinois, which is not far from Go-Birt's.
I think Go-Birt's stands out for one particular reason, that they have drafts.
I think that nobody knows that but you.
What do you mean?
That's not why they stand out.
Gone to a Midwest pumpkin patch and been like, let's go ahead.
I was conceived at a pumpkin patch. No, I was not. I don't know. That would be crazy. You said, were you? Like, it was possible. I mean, I guess anything's possible if you just believe. Go-Bird stands out to you to this day because they have a giraffe, which honestly
it's not a casual petting zoo animal. It's definitely not a Midwest petting zoo animal.
I know, it doesn't belong here.
It doesn't. I really feel like, where do they put them?
Where does it go? It's not always the same giraffe. I think they rent him.
That would make me feel a little better, but it's not great. No petting zoo is.
You don't even understand the lengths I have gone to try to get Go-Birt's to follow us on Instagram.
I feel like Gilbert's is a place.
It's not. I have looked.
I feel like I remember going and there were these giant swings there. I went with my family.
It's Go-Birt's, dude.
I swear to God.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's Go-Birt's. I asked my mom I was like, remember driving me to Gilbert's? And she goes, you mean Go-Birt's? I was like, no, you're one of them. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, pumpkin patches are weird.
I don't think so.
They are weird.
I think they're normal.
There's so many activities when all you're there for is a pumpkin. That's not why I go. Pumpkins are realistically overpriced there. I go to Jewel for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's something about being in the Midwest. Pumpkins are readily available. We are a primary producer of pumpkins.
Are we?
In Illinois, yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's native to the U.S.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Well, I like pumpkins. I like carving pumpkins.
Are you a warty pumpkin girl, or are you like a regular pumpkin?
Not a warty pumpkin girl.
You don't like the one with the warts and the deformities?
No. I like the ones that have a smooth surface. They're better for carving. They're better for the art.
Yeah, I don't like the warts either. I feel like that was like a pick-me thing. No shade.
Who?
Are you kidding me? All of the quirk. I like this one. It's green and has warts.
Are you talking about like a gourd?
No, a warty pumpkin. You've never seen a warty pumpkin?
Wait, is a warty pumpkin just a gourd? Because I feel like...
Well, they're all gourds.
But there's like the pumpkins, and then there's a little bin at the front with all the gourds.
Yeah, you can have a warty gourd.
Good gourd.
Good gourd.
Oh, good gourd.
Oh, good gourd. You can have a warty gourd. Or you can have a warty pumpkin. And
so
the pick-me girls pick
different.
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
It's like this...
You're telling me the pick-me girls...
Squares are rectangles, rectangles are squares.
Excuse me. I can't.
I know, I'm sorry.
One math problem at a time. So there's green warty pumpkins.
They're not green. They're just... No, I didn't.
I like the white pumpkins. Those are kind of cool.
The white pumpkins can be real warty.
They can.
Are those then just... What is a pumpkin then?
That's life's great question. I think we've been talking about it for too long. I don't know.
But Gourd is the king of them all. Well, at least over here. Like, I know that a lot of people are going to be like, no, this place. I'm sorry to tell you, in my neck of the woods, it's Gourds. King Happy Jack.
Gourds or bust.
Gourds or Randy's.
Listen, I've never been to Randy's, but I hate that place.
So Randy's is in, like, Carpentersville or Dundee or something, and it's literally off of the highway. You just, like, it's not great. It's got carnival rides that are out all year long, like facing the elements.
Stop. There's one actually over here that has that. And do you remember the one like right
it's
by
probably
90's?
Sandy's.
That's Sandy's.
That's Randy's. The one by 90 is Randy's.
Fuck Randy.
That's Randy's.
I saw that bitch every day.
That's what I'm telling you. The one right off 90.
I don't know. The carnival rides have to be in the parking lot. Like
they're not. They're in the front of the. They're like they like touch. I don't know.
It's so small. It's right off the highway. There's not even a farm behind Randy's.
There's a cornfield.
I don't know what Randy's is.
It's an enigma. I think you can go to Randy's. You shouldn't. But if you're gonna go, you should bring like kids who are like 7.
Have you ever been to Randy's?
One single time.
It's only ever just been what I pass to get on and off the highway.
I went once as a child. And then we were like, I think I hate this. Like, my whole family was like, obviously Gilbert's is where it's at.
Why aren't we at Gilbert's right now? I don't know who's going to say Randy's is their favorite. Do not at me with that information.
You can't be trusted if Randy's is your favorite.
I think that I slowly adjusted. Well, I definitely went to Gourds last year, so.
Yeah, you have to.
Remember, we literally ran into each other when
at
we weren't
Gourds.
we weren't really hanging out around then. It's like you just moved back from Florida.
You're a year behind. We had already started like kind of hanging out.
Yeah, we ran into each other.
Kelly has no like time and space awareness.
Yeah, anxiety used to have like a mental like I know exactly what happened. This detail, this detail, this detail. And now that like I'm dealing with it, I feel like I've gone the other way like too far and I don't remember anything anymore.
Yeah, like, none of this matters.
We're just on a rocket space, baby, and it is not going well.
Oh, we can't go there. We're just one seed in a big pumpkin.
We're just a bean in a bag of coffee.
Anyway. I'm not letting you do this every time. You can't. A bean in a sheet.
We're just a bean in a sheet, baby. Oh, that's where I was totally going. Mr. Richardson, I feel like I've traded pumpkin patches for the corn maze.
Yeah.
Everything all in one. And
it's Richardson's. Obviously, this episode is not sponsored by literally a single soul.
Honestly, like
sponsored by Randy, probably.
You're like, listen, we know you said bad things, but at least you spoke about us.
At least you mentioned us.
No, all press is good.
I'll email Randall.
Listen, we're sorry, but if you want,
is it called Randy's because it's on Randall?
Shut the fuck up.
Is it?
It's not just Randy's house.
Randy's barn.
Anyway, yeah, Mr. Richardson, he's doing great things. We talked about him before. You should definitely go there. Okay, so the next one. What's the next
Trick-or-treating in the burbs.
Ooh. Okay, so trick-or-treating in the burbs. I had a plan. So I'll walk through really quickly what a classic trick-or-treating in Crystal Lake was like. It was convincing Sheila all day long to go trick-or-treating with me, only to go to 3 houses, and she would get scared and go home.
Oh my god.
She was terrified of humans. She hates to this day, she doesn't like Halloween. But, yeah, no, we would be able to walk maybe 5 steps. No, like 10. Like, she would go to 3 houses with me, and she'd be like, it's cold, or I'm scared. And then I'd probably, be like, whine and complain, and then I'd go trick-or-treat with my mom. Or, other friends. And then he would always stop. Our last stop was always at the Pop House. I feel like every suburban kid has, that's the house to go to. And so this one was cool because they would just have, cans of pop, a ton of pop, and you could just pick whichever one you wanted. And it's pop because we're in the Midwest.
That's cute.
Yeah, right? It was fun. I did want to tell you that, so I had a run-in with my husband when I was a child.
Oh, yes.
Trick-or-treating. So, Matt and I went to elementary school together, and
They have not been together since elementary school.
No. We didn't get together until college. But definitely we do remember each other from then. And Matt told me recently there was this kid that I was in love with. And he was one of Matt's friends. And it's actually we were at the same...
You don't want to drop his name?
No, he was kind of weird now. So I don't want him to know me.
Okay, perfect.
But he's not weird. How do I get out of this?
You didn't say his name.
For sure. He has no idea who we are. But we actually, Matt and I went to the same, birthday party for this kid. So one year we were trick-or-treating. I was trick-or-treating with Sheila, and, we ran into them, and I don't remember him being there, which is unfortunate, because, I was like, oh, do you want to come trick-or-treating with us? Because I knew Sheila was about to bail in, 3 houses.
The kid you had a crush on.
Yeah. And, I guess Matt said, that... the kid was really psyched to start trick-or-treating with us. So then we were all running to the next house, and Matt fell behind and he just went home. No! I know. I was like, why didn't you call out? He was such a shy kid. It broke my heart.
Oh my god.
It broke my heart so much that I don't even know if I can put this all up. I don't want to call him out like this, but I needed to tell us. That's so sad.
Oh, I think you should leave it. I think you should leave it because it paints such a portrait of childhood trick-or-treating.
For sure. Oh my god.
I was running.
I was running. But I was running house to house. I was tripping sometimes.
My calves were made of steel because I didn't grow up in the same neighborhood as you, even though they were perpendicular to each other.
Literally, it's 5 minutes away.
I grew up in a town called Lake in the Hills, which I think I keep mentioning. Mm-hmm. I encourage you to look that on Google Earth. Those hills
topographical one
are it's damn near mountainous. It's unbelievable. Learning how to ride your bike in that neighborhood.
They named it aptly.
It created character. I still have scars. I'm not kidding. But when I went trick-or-treating, just a little gist of trick-or-treating in Lake in the Hills is you get ready with all your friends. Even in elementary school, you would your parents would drop you off, get ready, and you'd walk up and down these 90-degree angle hills.
Couldn't be me.
House to house. You walk right through people's lawns. You do not go back to the sidewalk.
It's a disrespectful Halloween or holiday.
But the thing that was reverse about us is that the rich houses gave a single Tootsie Roll.
No way.
Yeah,
and
then
sounds more realistic, honestly.
It's true. We'd be we can go hit up there, but once we're done hitting up over here, because I was not on the rich side by any means, but our side was the fun side. Everybody would decorate. Wow. We have pictures of everybody on our street would go ham. Mm-hmm. There was one house 3 houses down on the opposite side of the street, and he was just this late 30s guy, single guy. He would decorate his house insane, and to get to his front door, you had to walk down the driveway.
Ooh.
like literally at a down angle because it's super hilly, right?
Yeah.
And you knew he was hiding around the corner because every year he would scare.
Love that.
And my mom and my family loved taking us there because we'd have to like psych ourselves up. He would take the chain off of a chainsaw and go,
that's amazing.
in his garage. The smoke would be seeping out. Like he had a fog machine. I mean, he would come out in like a crazy scary costume and chase us up the street.
This is what I want to do. This is who I want to
It
be.
was so much. I know. He inspired me, and like honestly, he's the reason I have this podcast.
Thank you, sir.
Well,
we owe our dedication to you.
thank you for your service. But no, for real, growing up where I grew up is truly why I have this podcast, because the season of like Halloween is a different vibe up here. Mm-hmm. It just is.
Yeah, no.
I think we should talk about some of our most famous or favorite Halloween costumes of our lives.
Please. You go first.
Okay. So I'm going to do from like youngest to oldest, I think. Okay. So like one of the highlights of when I was younger is I had a Pippi Longstocking costume.
Oh my god.
My grandma made the dress like a replica.
Wow.
From the cover of the book. And then my mom literally created a wig from a base. Literally, I remember she spent she listens to this podcast, so she's gonna know what I'm talking about. She was up like really late making this wig out of yarn and pink yarn. I couldn't fit through doorways. It was exactly Pippi Longstocking.
We should get the pictures and post them on Instagram.
I have them, and I have some from me at Gourds.
Love that.
What
about Gilbert's?
Don't do that to me. Don't invalidate me like that.
What happens if you look
I
at
saw
one of those pictures and it says Gilbert's?
I'll feel lied to by the internet.
I would feel vindicated, really.
So that was definitely one of my. And I went to like a Girl Scouts Halloween party in that costume. All the adults were like, "Oh my mom lived."
I'm sure.
For the other moms, like, wow.
Yeah. I did make that. Thank you.
I know, but she was antisocial, so she wouldn't go to anything. So she would be like, "What did they say?"
I love that.
She's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Sorry, Mom.
Tell me more.
Okay, so then dipping into teenage years, me and like 7 of my closest friends dressed up as fruit. I was grapes.
Why did I know you were grapes?
Because I'm iconic. Obviously.
Obviously you were the grapes. I knew that from the jump. Before you.
What color are you think?
Purple.
Yes.
Of course.
I didn't make. Me and my friend at the time, Madeline, and Robin, who listens to this podcast, hand blew up varying sizes of balloons.
Absolutely.
And my room was filled with them. And then we pinned them. I had like this long purple dress I didn't use anymore. Pinned them to the dress. And then I put a purple sweater on underneath so that I could just be like the grapes. And I made a little like leaf hat.
Stop. That's incredible.
Robin was a banana.
Oh, amazing.
In a banana suit.
I also knew that.
Madeline was an apple.
Okay.
We had a pineapple there.
That's amazing.
And a strawberry.
I knew strawberry. I was there. Trust me, I was the strawberry.
My grape costume was a bit of a commotion.
Was it?
Other parties would stop and strangers took pictures with me in my grape costume.
That's because it's so funny.
And this one little rat boy ran up behind me and popped my butt balloon. I wish Robin was here because she would tell the story. I dropped my candy bag, sprinted like the wind, tackled him to the ground. And he came back later and found me and apologized.
That's good.
I mean, he was like 2 years younger than me.
Teaching lessons.
But how dare you? That was a crucial balloon. He literally like came up and popped my butt balloon. So then I ran after him and tackled him to the ground. He probably like has that as a core memory.
For sure. He was like, you'll never guess. My favorite Halloween.
That was honestly a really fun one.
That's
Here, tell some of yours.
Oh yeah. I was a witch for like 7 years growing up. I loved being a witch. The hat.
You're one of those.
It gave me power.
Yeah.
I was a witch. I am a witch. I'll always be a witch. I wanted to give an honorable mention to quite possibly the worst costume I ever had.
Oh my god, please.
And it's really, really relevant to us because all I wanted to do was be a sheet ghost.
Aww.
All I wanted was I was like, Mom, this year, I was probably in like preschool, maybe kindergarten.
That would be really cute.
All I wanted to do was be a sheet ghost, but she didn't want me to suffocate. No, don't validate that.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna suffocate under a sheet with 2 holes. So instead...
She didn't trust you not to suck the sheet in when you breathe. Judy!
You're gonna get too excited.
Sorry. It is a hazard.
So instead, I can't even show this picture because it literally looks like a hate crime, or she made me a white sheet dress.
Is it giving clan?
It's giving the clan. And she just let me walk away like that. No, yeah.
Sure, that one's fine.
This isn't gonna raise a suspicion. I, at best, looked like sperm. Worst looked like a clan.
I'm sorry.
It's horrible. Like, I never even thought of it that way, and I was showing Matt, and he was like, this is really bad. And I was like, I know, I look like sperm. And he was like, you look like...
I wish you looked like sperm.
Literally. So, shout out to Judy. It's something I'll remember forever, because all I wanted to do was be a sheet ghost.
My mom made me a wig, and your mom made you a sperm.
To be fair, I will say she made all of our she made neighborhood costumes, all the kids, and one year she did,
God.
Yeah, one year she did crayons.
St. Judy.
We were all crayons.
Oh,
it was fucking dope.
Cute.
She did incredible. So like a lot of her costumes hit. That one was a miss.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it.
She'll take the L on that one.
And I've got a picture of it, but I feel like I can show you and you alone. I don't want to promote anything. I don't want anyone to think that my little 8-year-old self was in the wrong.
No, not at that age.
No.
I have a picture of me at, I think, 9, in also a problematic costume. Less problematic? I was like Cleopatra, and we like...
Oh, no.
No. We like, it was like, we bought a costume. It had everything. It had literally the fucking wig, dude. Mm-hmm. Everything. It was really cool, but I would never let my kids do that now.
Sure.
I was Frida Kahlo twice, and both times it was a hit. Both times it was a hit. We went to a college party, and I was Frida Kahlo.
It was incredible.
That was really fun.
I don't even remember what I was that year. I think my tip-top costume that I've been...
That's not my tip-top.
So far. What's your tip-top? Give me a tip-top.
No, I'm going to wait till you go, because I actually have to think about it.
Halloween has always been a big deal for me, and then I obviously have surrounded myself who also
Mm-hmm.
people who also love Halloween. So for a couple of years, we did go downtown Chicago to a Wrigley bar crawl, which like I don't know. I'm one of those people. I was
Frida. You know what? Frida might be my tip top because I had a really good time in that costume.
Yeah, Frida was great. I'll never forget you body rolling to those people on the train in Frida.
In college, yeah.
But my tip top is one of those. I was Miss Frizzle. And, like, everyone got a kick out of it.
I have never seen you in that costume.
You weren't there at that one? I don't think you were there. I think it was
You were
first
Skeletons,
one.
and then my partner was Megan Rapinoe.
I think we didn't go there together then. We didn't celebrate Halloween.
I did Halloween with my friend Robin, I think.
Yeah. But, yeah, Miss Frizzle got accolades. Like, everyone in the bars, all the drunk men and women were like, Magic School Bus! Like, people on the street rolling down their windows. It was tops. And I will say, I'm a funny costume bitch. Like, I've never had, like, a sexy costume.
Last year, we, like, veered that way.
I'm veering that way this year, for sure. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, just based on your criteria, I'm gonna have to go Frida.
Yeah. Because
I was also, you were there for both times I was Frida. I was getting shouted, too, from the street.
It was big fans.
Yeah. Frida! It sounds like freedom, but it was Frida.
I'm also a big fan of when we did Kim Possible and She-Go.
That was really cute. Robin was there for that one.
Oh, yeah. She's a tourist.
Yeah.
I remember.
And I did Mr. Krabs last year.
Oh, my God. Our Halloween party will be a week from, or like later this week when this episode comes out. Okay, great. What's next? I guess we're not even roasting. We're just going to talk about one of the essential Midwest, and I don't know if this is, well, actually, I think it is very
universal
common in other places. Haunted houses. I was so afraid of haunted houses as a kid. I would not go. And
me too.
The one story I have, I got a lot of stories now from like haunted houses, and it's the classic fun, spooky stuff. Honorable mention to Tony for when he like, you know that like plastic that hangs down?
Yeah.
Like he opened it with his hand. He was the front of the train. And I had Joey on the back like squeezing just like the back of my sweater. So Tony, like, opens it parts it like the Red Sea, and this woman, like, untangles herself and, like, starts crawling off of a bed, and he just, like, closes it. It's like, Tony, you have to go. And he's like, I just need a minute.
Just let me gather my thoughts and say the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of it?
I don't. I remember it wasn't an abandoned, like, store out in, like, I don't know, Dundee, maybe.
Oh, I have a so, again, Robin. My haunted house story is I went with Robin, her brother, our, like, childhood friend, Josh. And it was me and her. I can't remember who else was there, but that was the core group. Yeah. I am adamant. I'm the tallest person there. I don't even care. I'm in the middle. For sure. I'm not leading and I'm not at the end. No. Because both those people get messed with.
Yeah. No, I'm always in the middle.
Robin also was not leading. It was at a haunted house called Evil Intentions.
I feel like it's still on.
I don't know how it is now, but that first year we went, it was honestly incredible. It was a really good haunted house. The very end, like the climax of it, is you go down the longest wooden basement steps you've ever seen, which was very triggering for me because of my scary demon basement. It's like a strobe light flooded with the fog machine fog. And a man down there dressed as like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface, right?
Yeah, that's him.
And it's like he's raring it. And the strobe is happening. You can see him, like, running at you.
Ew.
And you're, like, blind, basically. You're, like, following the wall. Me and Robin are screaming. We almost got separated. She's, like, whacking herself. Like, we left and we were, like, battered. But it was worth it. Nobody touched us.
That's good.
It was, like, really long. It felt like it was a 20-minute haunted house.
I want to go on a haunted house. We should go this year. We went on, like, the car haunted house during
That was
COVID.
cute.
That was cute. We had a good time.
That was a really cute one.
We literally spend our holidays together.
I know.
Specifically Halloween.
I have a video of us cheering on the fire swallower woman.
Yeah!
And she is living. She's, like, giving me direct eye contact.
Oh, my God. Because no one was, like, we were in this long line of cars waiting to go, and we
all... It was like a drive-through.
Yeah. And they had fire performers, and no one was, like, saying anything. So we were like, yeah!
We rolled down our windows and were like, woo! Do it again!
Yeah.
She was really good.
She went off. So, yeah, we should definitely go to one. If you guys have any haunted Halloween, haunted houses stories.
Or, like, recommendations.
Yeah, I want to know them. I want to hear them, because I want to go.
You might know of one from this state called the 13th Floor.
That is like a That's a Midwest Halloween haunted house.
Those
I see ads for it
are
now.
big hit. Like, the people that go there are people... see, the thing is, it's like, I don't know if we're that crowd. Because the people that go there are like, I'm not going to be scared. I'm going to hit him in the face.
Right.
First of all, if you do that, you're a piece of shit.
Right, no.
Like, if you're somebody who goes and, well, it's not my fault. My reaction is that I just, like, punch.
Then you probably shouldn't go where you're going to have to react.
Then I hope they sue you.
Right.
That's wrong.
I've always wanted to be a haunted house worker.
I think you got to know somebody.
You definitely have to.
The 13th floor is supposed to be, like, in a prison, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have to make it all the floors to get to the top. I've never gone.
Sure.
I don't know if I want to go to that.
I would rather go to, like, the one
they
that
can
I
touch
went in, like, the abandoned shop. It's short. It's quick.
It's effective.
I'm scared, but I'm also done now.
I think the 13th floor is, like, a clown culture type thing.
I think so, too. I think that's very... I did want to tell you a story. One of the reasons I didn't go to haunted houses for so long because I was traumatized. I was probably like 10, maybe. And my friend Jonathan, besties, better than the resties. I actually started my first podcast with him. We recorded a radio show.
Aww.
And it was just like on like a little tape.
Cute.
And he would play it for his dad. But anyway.
Humble beginnings.
He has a podcast now.
Oh,
Camp
cool.
counselors, listen to it.
My God!
Yeah, Jonathan.
They are so funny.
They're so funny.
That's who was. I was like, I know you guys know each other, but I don't know how.
Yeah. It's him. He's hilarious. His boyfriend is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Huge on TikTok.
Huge. Yeah, they don't need any shout outs from us. They're doing great. But I support him. Definitely go listen to it. But anyway, so I'm with Jonathan, and he was like, my mom and dad want to take us to a haunted house. Do you want to go? And, like, I was a scaredy cat ass child. Like, I did not want to go. Nothing about it made me want to go. But, like, I was like, okay, my best friend, he wants to go. Like, I'll go with, I'm not going to be no baby. Like, it's haunted house time.
Yeah.
So we're in the car. We're going. They have this, like, classic minivan. And I'm scared. I'm, like, not talking. Like, they're like, oh,
you're nauseous. You're sweating. You're panting.
Nauseous. My anxiety started at a very young age.
How are your palms?
Moist.
Wet.
Dripping, really. And so we get out of the car in, like, a cornfield. And I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. There were guys with chainsaws. They all had clown masks. And I closed, like, the sliding van door. And his mom, her finger was there.
No.
And she's stuck, right? And the dad has locked the car, and him and Jonathan are walking away. So now there's a man in a chainsaw coming at me and his mom. And
her finger's crushed.
She's screaming for her husband, like, hey, like, unlock the van. And he's thinking we're, like, scared of this guy. Her finger, it's my fault.
She's trying not to be mad at you.
She's probably trying not to, like, slap me across the face. It was the worst experience.
What's John doing?
He's with his dad. Like, they're coming over, like, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And, like, we have to be like, guy, go away. Like, there's this real situation. I think we said, like, her finger's stuck. Can you go away? And he was like, oh, sorry. And then we ended up going home. Never even went through the haunted house. So, overall...
Were you crying the whole time?
Honestly, I was really, like, relieved we weren't going through the haunted house, but I felt so horrible because, like, I also was obsessed with his face. Like,
look at how I'm gripping this.
I know, like, you can feel it. I felt so bad. And then, yeah.
Was it her finger broken?
Her finger, I don't think it was broken. I'm actually not sure, but it definitely was, like, swollen and cut up a little bit.
Stuff like that makes me nauseous.
I know. I can't. I think overall, for getting a finger, like, slammed in the car door, it was okay, but I'm sure she thought of me differently after that.
Oh, yeah. She was like, that little shit.
Yeah. Stop coming over here, you little piece of shit. But yeah, that's my haunted house story.
You were traumatized.
Up until, like, high school. I didn't go to that abandoned store until high school because I was like, bad things happen in haunted houses.
You're such a complex individual because you have so much fear. Like, you had so much fear, but you, like, love it.
For sure. I was living in that safe fear. And haunted houses go a little bit past that safe fear.
It's to get a taste of the wild side, baby.
Yeah. And also, how do you know none of those people are just gonna, like, jump out and murder you?
Yeah, that's a fear I have in adulthood. I didn't have that whenever I was, like, a teenager being, like...
Oh, I had that fear.
But I wasn't part of the teenager groups that were, like, oh, this is stupid. We're here to, like, be annoying. I went with my friends to have a scared time.
For sure.
Because we would go to Fright Fest.
For sure. I did go to Fright Fest a lot.
Yeah. There was a corn maze that I feel like I blacked out. I don't know if it was at Fright Fest or not, but it's the type where...
They chase you?
They chase you?
No.
I remember screaming and I almost crying because there's so many, like... I was like, there's no dead ends for me. I'll run through the corn. For sure. No. This is not a wall. No. Trap me here. If I want to escape, I'm going to escape. I'm leaving. So for our last topic, we should obviously give some recommendations for scary movie musts. And we are scary movie hoes. Yeah. And we've talked a lot about scary movies already, but these ones are like classic or just like really good ones that you should definitely watch for Halloween fun. Yeah, or like traditional to ourselves, right? Yeah. You go first. Okay. Well, we were talking about like Disney movies, and I would have to say Hocus Pocus. I mean, really the only one. I mean, I know a lot of you hoes are Halloween Town hoes. Not me. It's not. It doesn't. Okay. Unpopular opinion. It didn't hold up even then. I was annoyed with her. She was the worst. Yeah, I liked the skeleton taxi driver. Her name? No. Oh, I was like, I don't think her name was skeleton taxi driver. Marnie. It's even a horrible name. Sorry for any Marnie out there. That's a bad name. Marnie, short for Marnolissa? Marnold. Marnold. Marnie is better than Marnold. I think everybody who rewatches it goes, oh my god, she's so annoying. I'm 13. I'm basically an adult. Like, it was too much.
Casper.
95 version.
One.
Christina
Absolutely.
Ricci. So
Christina
good.
Ricci, my...
Love her. Spooky queen.
Yeah. She's incredible.
Her scene as Wednesday, whenever the little like girl, she's like, I'll be the victim. She goes, all your life.
Yeah.
Like, that's so fucking funny. The 1995 Casper, I had a crush on human Casper.
Me too. Everyone did.
Like, could I love a ghost? That's really the start of Ghoul Beans. Like, could I be in love with a ghost?
Honestly, like, the 13 Nights of Halloween on ABC Family was my jam. I think my favorite thing of all time would be when there was this show called Scariest Places on Earth. And it would, like, take families and drop them into, like, one that I can remember specifically is, like, Dracula's castle in Transylvania, or wherever it is. I think it's there, right? I don't know.
I can never remember if Gilbert's existed or if Transylvania's real.
I think Transylvania's, yeah. Wow. I was gonna give you an example that doesn't make sense. But they would drop them in to these, like, places, and one was, like, a hospital and stuff, and then they would blindfold the family members and put them in, like, separate parts of this huge-ass place. And they had, like, the OG GoPro that was, like, attached to a stick on a belt. And they would have to, like, do tasks. And
you know how funny. I can imagine it as, like, super zoomed in on their face.
It is. Oh, my God. And their eyes, like, are, like, the animal reflection.
Yes.
And they don't know what, like, literally one person wanted to go, and the rest of the family is just there. And now they're all walking through, like, basically ghost hunting. And it is... I recommend looking it up online. It's narrated by the woman from Poltergeist.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. Lived, and I don't even know if they made, like, there might be 5 episodes total, and just, like, each Halloween I forgot and would be like, this is a great episode.
They were the basis for your personality.
Literally.
They, like, it's a core memory for you.
100%. It was, like, before Ghost Hunters, before Ghost Adventures. Like,
I feel that way about Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah?
Or, like, when they would do, like, the specials on, like, is it either Nickelodeon or the Disney Channel, it was like, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
I was. I couldn't, some of those were actually, like, I rewatched, like, not, like, I saw a clip on either TikTok or YouTube or something. It is genuinely scary. If you're a kid, like, who's, like, 8, alone in your room with the lights off, it is spooky.
It is. And also another one from Disney Channel. Did you ever watch Don't Look Under the Bed?
Yeah.
That was a scary ass movie.
That's probably what I'm thinking of. I'm not kidding you. I, like, had to black it out. I remember it would come. I couldn't even get up to turn the TV off because I didn't want to leave my bed. I was so scared.
Not to mention, like, all the Halloween episodes of, like, Boy Meets World or something like that. Like, that would show up
Lizzie
at,
McGuire. Do you have, like, a scary movie character that, like, you were genuinely afraid of?
Well, that's a good
I know mine.
question. You tell yours, I'm gonna think of mine.
My brother's was Chucky. He was, like, they still bring it up.
Really?
They're like, oh, Chucky. Oh, you know, it's like a running joke. Mine was Freddy Krueger, but not Freddy Krueger. It was the that used to scare the shit out of me. I used to be like, nah! Like, screaming with my ears plugged. I was like, I can't. I hated it.
I think any movie that, like, was about demons. I think any, like, the word demon
I was
would
like,
plug my ears. I'd be like, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Demon stuff really did not scare me.
That's because you lived with one.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was like, another day around the block.
No, I think I was super afraid of that stuff. Like,
easy like Sunday morning.
Easy like Monday afternoon.
Demon in the basement. I rewatched Paranormal Activity. I know a lot of people are like, it's not scary. But, like, yeah, it is. You're being annoying. It's scary the same way Blair Witch Project is scary. And Blair Witch Project is, like, top 2 favorite scary movies.
Right.
The day I watched Paranormal Activity, I went with my friend. I was in, I believe, 8th grade or 9th grade. So not to, like, age myself here. And I went with my best friend at the time. But I don't know how it was where you were at, but where I was at, you had to get a parent's signature or they had to go with you.
Yeah, or, like, buy the tickets.
Yeah. No. They had to go with you
really?
For Paranormal Activity. Like, there was so much hype around it. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. My mom went with us. And we were so scared. I'm pretty confident she sat in the middle. of me and my friend. She was being a good sport. She didn't want to go, but she went. And obviously the entire movie, everybody in the theater was being also a really good sport and buying into it, screaming at the scary parts. You know, like it was such a moment in history. But so we're already on edge, right? You finish the movie. The end is obviously supposed to be like the scariest part. Actually, to me, it was whenever she gets dragged down the hallway.
Absolutely.
When we were leaving the movie theater, we had a 15-minute drive home. Mm-hmm. It was really late. We went to a late showing. It was really late driving home. I was in the front seat. My friend was in the back. And as we're driving, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's by Angeltown Park. That cement wall, the curves.
Yeah.
We went around a curve, and my mom knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I even called her to confirm. There was a man who was... She remembers him glowing green. I remember him glowing blue.
Ew.
Like in the we turned the corner, not even a corner. We turned like a curve, and he was like running across the street. He was, I swear to, I have chills running up and down my body.
Me too.
He was maybe 4 feet from the car. We were on it's a really like, it's like a 50 miles an hour right there. She had to swerve to not hit him. I screamed and then immediately started sobbing. We were already buzzing from seeing Paranormal Activity.
Right.
And also the color scheme of that movie is like that blue-green.
Yeah.
And my friend in the backseat also was screaming and crying, trembling. We look back, not there, dude. Not there. And there's nowhere for him to go because the way the street is, it's a cliff on the other side, basically.
Ew.
It's not a cliff, it's like a hill, really steep.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, I think she was trying to maintain my level of cool for my friend. She was like, you're fine, like, you're fine. And I'm like, Ma! Like, screaming. It was so scary. He was, like, kind of see-through, to be honest. It was literally, like, Flying Dutchman scary, glowing. Like, he had, like, not even a shaved head. He was, like, bald a little bit, but he had the hair on the sides. I could probably, like, draw a picture of him. But that area is also where, when I did research for this podcast, there's a lot of deaths because they used to race because of the hills.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
Angeltown Park is where it used to all be like field and stuff.
Yeah.
And they would clear it so you could park there.
So gross.
Yeah, and the toy crib used to be a dairy farm where they would weigh the cars.
Ew.
I know.
That's top tier.
And then the only other Paranormal Activity that's scary is the one where she like is a child
and
it pulls her hair straight up.
Yeah, or
I'm marrying Toby.
I think of the scene where it's like the babysitter and like it's the
that's the second
ghost.
one.
Yeah. And it's the third one you're talking about, I thought.
No, that's the third one.
Oh.
It's like two little girls and they're with their grandma or something.
Oh, you're right.
It's giving Hereditary in that one.
It is. I think it's the same too. I think they move on. Because it gets weird. Like
there's like 900 now. I've only seen the first 3. I never went back to see the rest because it started getting like I was like, come on.
Yeah, the one where it's like the 70s, and I remember the babysitter is there, and it's like the little girl in.
Oh, like, maybe that is what we're thinking about.
Yeah, and the camera's attached to like the oscillating fan or something, or it oscillates, and then like it shows, and then she turns around, the sheet just drops. Iconic, like chills throughout my body, tears.
Can we talk about that kind of like that? I don't know if it's a trope or what, but the sheet. Like being hung and then flying and hitting the see-through thing. Oh my God, yeah. It is effective. It works on me every time. It doesn't get old. It's really good.
No, I am scared. I'm scared thinking about it, honestly.
Me too. I actually do have children. Oh, this was fun.
Oh my God. Well, that's my Midwest Halloween. I hope you guys can reminisce if you live in the Midwest. That feels about right to what our Halloweens are like here. And
if you're not, then you just had a fun time hanging out with us in the blanket fort because we are still in the blanket fort.
It got cold though from the scary stories. Please write in. Tell us what your Midwest or Northeast or whatever. Tell us what your Halloweens were like because I'd love to know. Yeah, let us know at
ghoulbeanspodcast@gmail.com. We're Gourd Beans Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, the whole 9.
Literally all the socials. Just like be our friend, man. We're having a good time. Let us know if you're having a good time too.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
And spilling
the Gourd Beans.